Okay, what we are going to do is that we will be showing you a picture depicting a situation in it. Okay, once you see that picture, observe it very carefully, and thereafter in the space provided in your answer sheet, give us the details of as many characters as you can pick up from the picture which has been shown to you. Okay, we want you to give us the details of the characters under three heads. First thing is, we want you to identify the gender of that character. Okay, so if you feel that the gender of the character is male, you will write M for male. If you feel the gender is female, you will write F for female. And if you are unable to identify the gender of the character, you will write P for person. Okay, so first thing you have to identify is the gender of the characters who all are there in the picture. Second thing is you have to identify the age. Okay, so what is the age of the character which you have seen as per you? So if you feel that the age is 25 years, you will write 25. It is to be written in numerical figures. Okay, 40 years, 40, like so. Okay, and the third thing which you have to identify is the mood of the character. So if you feel that the mood of the character is positive, you will write plus sign. If you feel that the mood is negative, minus sign. And if you feel that the mood is neutral, 0. So under these three headings, that is gender, age and mood, you have to give the details of as many characters as you can see from the picture which has been shown to you. Right? Then he will give you an example also. Okay, so he will say, okay, I will give you an example. A candidate like you all was been shown a picture and he made following observation. So in the screen there will be picture appearing like M25 plus and a circle around it. Then it will be F 40 minus P for person 17 0 ऐसे करके वहां पे एक वो example दिखाएंगे. Right? So he will say, I will give you an example. In the example, a picture was being shown to a candidate like you all and he made following observation. What he saw was, he saw a male figure on the left top of the screen. So left top of this square box. This square box is nothing but a frame of the picture, you can say. Okay. Left top of that square box, he has written M. Why? Because he perceived that character to be a male character. Age of the character, he perceived it to be 25 years. And the mood is positive. So he written plus sign. Okay. After that, you can see that there is a circle around it. Why is it? Why there is a circle around it? The circle is put on the observation of that candidate, of the character which you have seen first. So पूरे पिक्चर में आपने जिस कैरेक्टर को सबसे पहले देखा और आइडेंटिफाई किया, नॉर्मली वही कैरेक्टर आपका स्टोरी का हीरो बन जाता है, सेंट्रल फिगर जिसको आप कहते हैं. ओके, सो उस कैरेक्टर के ऑब्जर्वेशन को आपको एनसर्कल करना होता है. राइट? और एनसर्कल सिर्फ एक ही कैरेक्टर होगा, क्योंकि सबसे पहले तो आप एक ही कैरेक्टर को देखेंगे ना, सारे कैरेक्टर्स को तो एक साथ देख नहीं सकते हैं, एक के बाद एक देखते हैं आप. तो फर्स्ट जिसको भी देखा आपने उसको आप एनसर्कल कर देंगे. रेस्ट ऑल विल बी ओनली द ऑब्जर्वेशन which you have seen. Okay, so after this illustration he will say, now once you have given the observation, you are supposed to write in one short sentence as to what collective action is being performed by the characters in the picture. Okay, so where action is written, you will write a small 4 to 5 words में कि what collectively are they doing. Okay, so if you feel that there are 4 or 5 boys or there are 10-15 boys who are sitting around a table, then it can be a conference room. Okay, if you feel that there are some people in I will say in army dress, it can be a drill exercise, or it can be a war zone, or it can be anything which depicts the collective action being performed by the candidates. Collectively सारे characters क्या मिलके कर रहे हैं, उस चीज को आपको वहां पे action में लिखना है in very short sentence, 4 to 5 or maybe 6 words बस. Now once you have done these two things, that is, you have written the observation and you have written the action, you are supposed to write a story around the situation which has been shown to you. So how will you write a story? You will write as to what has led to the situation, what is presently going on, and what will be the outcome of the situation. Okay. Keep it in mind that a story will always have three parts. What has led to the situation? That is past of the story. What is presently going on is the main body of the story. And what will be the outcome of the story is the future. Okay. So past, present and future. Okay. So while you are writing the story, give names to the characters which you are putting in your story. Give their thoughts, feelings, actions and emotions which you are going to give in your story. Okay. The language which you will use for writing the story will be English. But if somewhere you get stuck, you can switch over to Hindi, but try and come back to English as soon as possible. Right? Okay. Now, main thing which you have to keep it in mind while you are writing the story is what action your hero is taking while he is solving the problem which is there in the picture. Okay. So story लिखने के लिए आप सबसे पहले एक सेंट्रल कैरेक्टर जिसको कि हीरो कहा जाता है उसको आप चूज कर लेंगे और फिर आप देखेंगे कि उसमें क्या एक प्रॉब्लम दिख रही है जिसको कि हीरो सॉल्व करेगा. ओके. उसका सोल्यूशन निकालेगा. और वो हीरो कौन होता है? बेसिकली वो आपका एक कैरेक्टर होता है. उसी के थ्रू आप अपनी ऑफिसर लाइक क्वालिटीज दिखाते हैं. ओके. सो दिस इज हाउ यू विल राइट द स्टोरी. द टाइमिंग पार्ट. द पिक्चर इज फ्लैश्ड फॉर अ पीरियड ऑफ ओनली 30 seconds. Only for 30 seconds the picture will be there on the screen. So while you are looking at the picture, please observe it very carefully and pick up all the characters which are there in the picture. After that, 1 minute will be given to you for writing the observation and action. These two things in 1 minute. Okay. And subsequently 4 minutes are given to you for writing the story. Okay, 4 minutes time is sufficient. Okay, I have seen candidates जो कि एकदम पिक्चर देखते हैं and they start writing without thinking anything. Don't be in a hurry. 4 minutes is quite a sufficient time for you to write a story. Okay, so don't be in a hurry. 30 सेकेंड तक जब पिक्चर ऑन स्क्रीन है आप उसको अच्छी तरीके से देखिए. अगर आपने उसमें सारे कैरेक्टर्स ऑब्जर्व भी कर लिए हैं, नाउ यू थिंक कि अब मैं इसमें एक अच्छी सी इफेक्टिव स्टोरी क्या बना सकता हूं. ओके. एंड वंस दिस पिक्चर गोज ऑफ द स्क्रीन, नाउ यू स्टार्ट राइटिंग द ऑब्जर्वेशन, एक्शन एंड स्टोरी. ओके. द पॉइंट विच यू शुड कीप इट इन माइंड व्हाइल राइटिंग द स्टोरी इज, फर्स्ट थिंग इज identify a central figure. That means a main character, hero of the story. The hero should be giving the solution to the problem which is there in the picture. Okay, so hero identify कर लिया, problem identify करिए और उस problem का hero जो है एक positive और एक practical solution देगा. Solution कैसा होना चाहिए? Solution should be a positive solution, a practical solution. Practical solution means हाइपोथेटिकल नहीं होना चाहिए जो कि खाली महाबली लोग ही कर पाए और हम और आप ना कर पाए. प्रैक्टिकल सॉल्यूशन वो होता है जो कि मैं भी कर सकता हूं, आप भी कर सकते हैं और कोई भी हम सब में कर सकता है. ओके. इट इज नॉट अ वेरी स्पेशल काइंड ऑफ अ सॉल्यूशन व्हिच ओनली सम बिग शॉट्स कैन डू, कॉमन पीपल कैन नॉट डू. ओके. सो इट शुड हैव अ प्रैक्टिकल सॉल्यूशन एंड अ सोशली एक्सेप्टेबल सॉल्यूशन. सोशली एक्सेप्टेबल मींस यू डोंट हैव टू, आपको अमीरों से पैसा छीन के गरीबों में बांटना नहीं है. ओके. अगर गरीब है तो उनको कुछ इस तरीके से सिखाना है, कुछ इस तरीके से स्किल सिखाने हैं ताकि वो अपना पैसा खुद कमा पाए और अपने पैरों पे खड़े हो पाए. ओके. सो दीज थिंग्स व्हिच यू शुड कीप इट इन माइंड व्हाइल यू आर राइटिंग द स्टोरी. ओके. नाउ वंस यू हैव रिटन द स्टोरी, ओके, 4 minutes gets over, the answer sheets he will tell you to stop writing. Okay. In some of the SSBs, the answer sheets you are allowed to carry with yourself for your second part of the test, which I told you is the discussion part. Okay, so to the discussion room you can carry the answer sheet. This is most commonly done in A4 selection boards. Okay, in A4 selection boards they allow you to carry your answer sheet till your discussion room and the answer sheets are collected after the discussion gets over. In some of the SSBs, they collect the answer sheet there only, and thereafter you go for your second part of the test, that is the discussion part. Okay. Now, how you should conduct yourself in the discussion. Now, this is the main thing. Okay. Okay. Now, in the discussion part, as I told you, you will be divided into a smaller batches of about 10 people to 20 people, depending upon कि कितने लोगों ने report किया है. So in the discussion room, you will be made to sit in a semicircular fashion. Okay, as per your chest number 1, 2, ऐसे करके chair लगे होंगे से chest number 12 तक है. So you will be sitting facing each other. Okay, ताकि आप एक दूसरे का चेहरा देख सको in a semicircular fashion. And यहाँ पे there probably will be 3 assessors, जैसा मैंने आपको बताया था, psychologist होगा, एक GTO होगा और एक interviewing officer होगा. ये तीनों लोग बैठेंगे. Okay. Normally, interviewing officers are the senior most officer, so they sit in the center. And GTO and psychologists are on the either side. Okay. Now, once you all have sat down, okay, the initial briefing is done by the GTO. He will say, okay, candidates, a little while ago, you were shown a picture and you have written a story around the situation which was shown to you. In the second part of the test, which is now, we are continuing with the same exercise. So you will cover one by one as to how many candidates you saw, the number of candidates, what was their gender, age and mood, okay, what story you have written, and thereafter continue it till the last person has narrated his story. Okay, so you will be narrating your story in order of your chest number till the last boy has narrated his story. After the narration gets over, there will be a discussion amongst you all on the same issues, that is number of characters you have seen, what was their gender, age and mood, what story have you written, discuss and thereafter come out with a group story. Okay. Now once the group story has been reached, one of you will be nominated by the group, and that person who is nominated will give us the group story. Okay, so there will be this kind of a group discussion which will be there between you all. Right? The total duration of this exercise will be 20 minutes. So keep your individual narration to as short as possible. Okay. Normally you get about 40 to 50 seconds to cover up your story, to cover the narration part. Okay, reason, the number, you should be getting some time for the discussion also, and as such the number of candidates are more, so you have to keep it short, right? Number one. Thereafter he will say, okay, once his briefing gets over, he will say, okay, start. Okay, chest number 1 will start narrating his story, and when he finishes, chest number 2 will automatically start. Okay. While you are narrating the story, you have written your own story, you know what is there, so there should be no problem as to how you should go about in your narration. Okay. इसके लिए मैं आपको एक और क्लू दूंगा, ये ब्रीफिंग कवर कर लूँ उसके बाद, right? So once test number 12 has narrated a story, all of you will get into the discussion. Okay. Now here it is seen as to how actively are you participating in the discussion. Okay. Whether you are sitting there quietly without giving any, without taking part in the discussion, without speaking anything, or you are keen to be a part of the group and you are keen to give your points so that a group story can be reached. A good group story can be reached. Okay, so this thing is being noticed by all these 3 assessors who are observing you. Okay, so active participation is the key thing. Okay, if you sit quietly, if you don't speak or you don't participate in the discussion, then the chances of you getting screened in is very, very less. Right? So इस पूरे टेस्ट में आपको जो ध्यान रखना है वो ये कि फर्स्ट थिंग आपका नरेशन जो है वो एकदम प्रॉपर होना चाहिए, उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं होनी चाहिए. ओके, सो इसको नरेशन को आपको 100% करने के लिए द टिप विच आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू इज, आपका जब आपने जब स्टोरी लिखी थी ना, पहले फर्स्ट पार्ट में, ओके, उसके बाद आपको लाके बाहर कॉरिडोर्स में खड़ा कर दिया जाता है, wherein your rooms are discussion rooms are being allocated and you will be going there. Okay, so while you get this time, इसमें आपको 2-4-5 मिनट मिल जाते हैं बिफोर द डिस्कशन रूम में आप जाएं उसके पहले. Okay, so utilize this time don't chit chat with your fellow postmates. You keep on revising the story which you have written in your mind. Keep on revising it. Okay, why? Because in the narration part there is no time to think and speak. Okay, so जो आपने स्टोरी लिखी है वो एकदम आपके अंदर मन में रट जानी चाहिए. Okay, and as your number comes for narration, you should start off giving your story so that you are able to finish your story within those 40 to 50 seconds. टाइम बहुत कम है, 40 to 50 seconds only. अगर आपने इसको ओवर एक्सीड किया तो हो सकता है कि आपको जीटीओ बोलते ओके नाउ स्टॉप एंड द नेक्स्ट पर्सन टू स्टार्ट. तो इसमें क्या होगा, आपकी स्टोरी इनकम्प्लीट रह जाएगी. राइट, सो इस चीज के लिए आपको बहुत ध्यान रखना है और इसके लिए आपको जो टाइम मिल रहा है उसको प्रिपेयर कर लेना है. सो नरेशन शुड बी प्रॉपर. In case you have been unable to complete your story and the next person is given a chance, don't get disheartened. अपना मोरल अप रखिएगा. Okay, कोई बात नहीं हुआ, ठीक है. When the discussion comes, okay, there you give your views and try and complete it while the discussion phase is going on. Right? Your active participation will take you to phase 2. I'm telling you. अगर आपने अच्छी तरीके से वहां पे पार्टिसिपेट किया, अच्छी तरीके से अपने पॉइंट्स दिए, अच्छी तरीके से आपने उस ग्रुप को एक डायरेक्शन दी जिससे कि वो ग्रुप स्टोरी जल्दी से जल्दी पहुंच पाए, इट विल टेक यू टू phase 2. You will be screened in. Okay, now when you are giving your narration, please start off with the cursory words of good morning or good afternoon, whichever part of the day it is. And you can say that good morning friends. In the picture which was shown to us, I saw 3 characters. One was male, age was 25 years, positive mood. Another was female, negative mood, 20 years. One I couldn't identify, so person, 20 years, and neutral mood. Okay, the action which I saw was, it was a discussion scene, and my story goes like this, and thereafter start narrating your story. Okay. After the last chap has narrated his story, thereafter you will get into the discussion. So try and get into the discussion as soon as possible. Okay. The reason being, SSS सिर्फ उन्हीं को देखेंगे, कैंडिडेट्स, उन कैंडिडेट्स पे ज्यादा ध्यान देंगे जो कि एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं, नंबर 1. और डिस्कशन का टाइम जो होता है बहुत ही लिमिटेड होता है. ओके, तो अगर आप आधा मिनट या 45 सेकेंड्स इसी उसमें हिचक में लगा देंगे कि मैं कब बोलूं या वो चुप हो जाता मैं बोलूं, तो फिर आपको उतना टाइम नहीं मिल पाएगा अपनी कैपेबिलिटीज को दिखाने का. ओके, सो ट्राई एंड गेट इनटू द डिस्कशन एज सून एज पॉसिबल. ओके, दीज आर द लीडरशिप क्वालिटीज. ओके, सो अगर आप शुरुआत कर सकते हैं डिस्कशन की, बेस्ट, नथिंग लाइक इट. बट इफ नॉट द फर्स्ट वन, देन सेकेंड और थर्ड पे तो आपको उसमें आ ही जाना चाहिए डिस्कशन में. एंड देयर आफ्टर स्टार्ट स्टीयरिंग द डिस्कशन, गिविंग डायरेक्शन टू द डिस्कशन टू अचीव योर ग्रुप स्टोरीज. ओके, now once you are able to do it, once you have been able to participate in the discussion, give your views for about 5, 6, 7 times, give direction to the discussion, okay, that is coordinate and subsequently achieve the group story, that will take you to second phase. Okay, you will get recommended. So this is as far as your phase 1 in a nutshell is concerned. If you have any query, please give it in the comment section. I will take it on as 1:1 basis and I will reply your query at the earliest. Okay, if you like my video, okay, like it, share it, subscribe it, and now we will cover more things in the phase 2 part. Thank you, boys.